Ladies and gentlemen, the Wild Weeds. Hosted by Brad Davis of WTIC fame, who seems to enjoy this kind of music. Or is it the go-go dancers who have his attention? Well, at any rate, the younger set swings to the groovy music. This group did a fine job of warming up the audience for dancing, as is witnessed by the crowd participation. The music was too much for some of the audience. The loose-limbed actions of the young dancers testify to this. This little 5-year-old turned out to be a great crowd pleaser with those expressive eyes and dramatic gestures. Even old Daniel Boone just can't resist watching the dancing. Saturday, May 18th, brought the chicken barbecue, where the tangy taste and bargain prices made a great hit with the crowd, stoking up for the big parade. Could this be Colonel Sanders? Long hours of effort went into the many parade floats. This one, in the process of construction, consisted of colored Kleenex stuffed into chicken wire. All the advanced planning almost went down the drain when it was discovered that the float could hardly move out of the workshop. Well, back to the old drawing board. The magnitude of the Bicentennial Parade prohibits the naming of each group, float, or individual. However, on some occasions, a name may slip in. With rain threatening, the parade started with a cannon boom at the parade grounds between the East Windsor and South Windsor town line. Ellsworth Stoughton, as parade marshal, rides in a car once used by the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The parade route followed Route 5, past the reviewing stand, where Brad Davis emceed in front of St. Philip's Church, and ended at the East Windsor High School. Dignitaries such as the Bicentennial Committee, which consisted of Frank Kirchhoff, Earl Hoffman, Bob McDonnell, Fran Rive, and Chairman John Shaughnessy, shared the limelight with Governor Dempsey, his guard, and his foot guard band. Running the gamut of bands and banners, hand wavers, flag wavers, majorettes and batons, beating drums and marching feet, this parade had everything that makes a really good parade. Everything that was representative of the era during East Windsor's 200-year existence was in the parade. Such as these Indians, covered wagons, pilgrims, a colonial band, straw hats, and old carts. With even an old dancing group to show the dances of the past was represented. Community life protection was represented by marching police and firemen with their auxiliaries, and the equipment paraded before taxpayers incited civic pride. So what better place for Smokey the Bear than near the fire equipment and the park department float? Also emphasizing community life were the floats prepared by the Lions and the VFW. Crown and the beautiful East Windsor Queen spiced the parade. Here, a group of Philadelphia's famous mummers passed the reviewing stand and show that the city of brotherly love appreciates the real civic spirit. Let's listen. The 4-H and Girl Scouts march and symbolize the idea of community in the young. Finally, the parade nears its ending. The floats move off. And the happy throngs move on to the carnival grounds for the Mummers concert. After the parade came the death-defying skydiving event. Accentuated with colored smoke emitted from smoke bombs tied to the feet of each skydiver. It looks like this diver got just a little off his target. Or did he? The Mummers concert in the shell behind the high school was just the thing to relax the tense nerves created by the skydiving. From the beer garden, it was just a short walk to the coin auction, held in the band shell on the high school grounds. Sunday morning, May 19th, 1968, told the last day of East Windsor's Bicentennial celebration. Homecoming services with all 8 churches participating preceded the day's activities. All exhibits and demonstrations continued. The main event of the day was the Bicentennial Rifle Competition. This event, held at the East Windsor Sportsman's Club Rifle Range, pitted the 1st Connecticut Volunteer Infantry against the United States Army Air Defense Command, A Battery, 3rd Battalion of the 5th Artillery from the Nike site in East Windsor. The crowd naturally cheered for the underdog forces manning the antiquated firing pieces. So when the underdog won, the spectators were elated. Civil War vintage cannon fire was demonstrated with deadly accuracy against this historically sound outhouse. Well, this fellow wasn't caught with his pants down. At 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, May 19, 1968, closing ceremonies at the Town Hall climaxed this celebration of East Windsor's historic past. Many samples of our everyday living were offered to the future. In a 50-year time capsule that would be opened and evaluated in the year 2018 AD. By then, our bustling world of today will have faded into the remote past and will probably seem just quaint history to the 21st century citizens commuting to the moon.